So what is Andy The Burn, as nobody seems to be calling him? They're missing a trick, I think. What's he going to do to your finances and what's going to happen to tax? Well, that's pretty much all most of the political commentators and financial press have been talking about all week. So, not to be left out, why don't I chuck in my 10 penneth, as they used to say. I've actually spent most of this week revising inheritance tax legislation for an exam I'm rather stupidly doing in September. It is very complicated, and one of his supposed speculated about ideas is actually scrapping inheritance tax altogether and replacing it with a flat rate 10% charge on all estates. So no nil rate bands, no exemptions, very simple. Would maybe hurt some people at the bottom end a bit, and in some cases at the top end take a lot more, because again supposedly there'd be less chances to dodge it. Keeping it simple, I'm afraid in tax terms very rarely works, and there'll be an awful lot of people who will want exemptions, will campaign for them and no doubt get them. It will end up being as complicated, can't be quite as complicated as inheritance taxes at the moment, but almost, I would think. CGT, capital gains tax, apparently also on his agenda, and he's looking at something I've talked about before, which is aligning it with income tax. That means getting rid of CGT exemptions. You just plonk any gains on top of your income and pay tax accordingly. Again, sounds very nice and straightforward and simple. Whether it's actually that simple in reality remains to be seen. He's also in favour of getting rid of council tax and going for, again, a property tax just based on a straight percentage of the value of your home. Again, all sounds very simple. Whether it will be or not, who knows? But, and here's the big but, he is apparently going to stick to the mad manifesto pledge of not touching income tax. Now, a penny on income tax with adjustments to the bottom end of the exemptions, that would raise more than all of these bits of tiddling around that Rachel's been doing put together. To my mind, that's the way it's got to go. So, well, the burn, when you get in, let's see what you do. But I think the only option, if you really want to make things better, is to abandon the old manifesto pledge. Either we're going to thank you for it when the next election comes, or you'll be out on your ear anyway.